Good morning and welcome to GrainTV for December 22nd, 2011. To my left is Logan Burgess and I'm Brock Shimbano. We have rallied sharply off recent lows, giving producers an early Christmas gift. And in the overnight we saw this pattern continue. Corn was up 3/4, soybeans up 2 1/2, wheat was unchanged, while Kansas City wheat was actually up 2 1/4. Logan, I know there's a few factors driving this recent rally. What do you think is causing this?
You know, recently it really seems like the South American weather situation has been a big factor in this market, both with regards to heat and dryness during a critical time in their corn crop development. That's really been lending some support here to the market domestically. Another thing is the dollar index really taking its foot off the gas recently. This European debt crisis seems to be slowing down. We're running out of fuel to really push this dollar index higher, so that's kind of helped out with regards to the export front. I know exports came out this morning and they look a little better than we've seen in the past. What are we seeing in the numbers there?
Yeah, we did get some pretty good numbers for the exports this morning. Corn and soybeans were better than expected, while wheat kind of remains in a routine pattern. Corn was actually above expectations by 209,000 metric tons, soybeans above expectations by 153,000 metric tons. So we are getting some fundamental support. Looks like a pretty good story shaping up recently for fundamentals, but what does the technical landscape look like for corn?
Yeah, Brock, we'll take a look here at the March corn chart. As you can see, it's approaching one of its critical moving averages. The blue line on this chart is the 50-day moving average. The yellow is the 100-day moving average. And you know, these moving averages can play a critical role in the technical landscape of any contract. Take a look here back in September when we traded through that 100-day moving average. We traded lower quite sharply after making that move through it. Back in November, we bumped our heads against the 50-day moving average. The trade wasn't willing to push this contract higher, and right now we're approaching the 50-day moving average once again. The 50-day moving average sits around 630. In this morning's trades, we're trading around 617, 618, so we could test it today if we see a big run in the corn market, but it looks like a little bit of a quiet day here in Chicago is shaping up already.
Yeah, make sure you follow us on Twitter throughout the day. We'll be updating you on the current market conditions out there, especially as it pertains to this 50-day moving average.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back, take a look at the open market, as well as talk some soybeans technicals.
I'll have to be honest with you. First thing I'm going to mention right up front is it's free. I like the service when it's free because you know you can tie up a lot of money in different services, and from experience I found out that sometimes you can pay a lot of money and you may not be getting that much out of it.
And welcome back to GrainTV. Brock, let's take a look at the fire tip platform here and see how the trade's shaping up in Chicago.
Markets are open. We are sharply higher than we were in the overnight. March corn is up 4, soybeans are up 9 1/2, wheat in Chicago is up 4 1/2, and Kansas City wheat is up 4 1/2 as well. Looks like we're continuing to gain some support from that little bit weaker dollar index this morning.
Yeah, it looks like it is backing off a little bit further here, and you know it is helping out our grains here domestically. Corn trading up over 620 now. You know, it could make a run at that 630 50-day moving average, but it looks like this morning's low volume, kind of a quiet day here on the open.
Yeah, it looks like it is pretty quiet. But let's switch our gears from the December technicals that we were talking about earlier, and let's take a look at what's shaping up for the January technicals, soybean technicals. Just like as in corn, we're approaching that 50-day moving average, which is the blue line here. Our 100-day is quite a bit higher. That 50-day is important to keep track of because we are approaching it at 1175, currently trading just over 1160. Something to note, though, is that the volume has been decreasing through the last couple weeks, the last few sessions, but the last 2 times that we had pretty high volume, we were actually selling off. So that looks like it's a little bit weak for these technicals right now.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see where we're headed from here. If you're a producer out there and you want to track these moving averages in your home, get live quotes in your home today, take a demo of the Fire Tip platform. We do have a special running right now through the end of the year. If you sign up for a new account, get 10 free trades during the month of January. I think that wraps up our show here for today. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and don't hesitate to give us a ring here at the office.